there, ghosts and ghouls. Warlock Boo here. Today, as I said, this week is going to be my weird videos. So today, I am working on a brand new project. As I said, I wanted to tell you guys about the cartoon I'm hoping to make. I'm really hoping to make this, and I figured documenting it on YouTube, no one can quite steal it because I have proof. I came up with this. And I want your fair opinion on this. Would you watch this? Would you not? Would you just ignore it? Or does it sound interesting and you give it at least a try? Be honest with me. But not too honest. My feelings are fragile. Okay. But this project I'm working on, I've noticed adult cartoons are starting to get more popular. But they're all comedies. Family Guy, Rick and Morty, things like that. Aggressico, BoJack Horseman. Sure, some of them really tackle deep, dark things, but they're... Why can't the adults have a good action cartoon? Or a mystery cartoon? So that's where my idea comes from. My whole idea centers around a set of 4 to 5 cartoons that I want to make all take place in the same world, but separately. You don't have to watch one to know what happens in the other one. But if you want to, you can go, oh, that character was in that series. That's cool. You know, just kind of plots that may go near each other, but not quite intersect. There are some books that do this, and I always have enjoyed those. Because you don't have to read one series to understand the other series. But when you do, you're like, hey, that character was... It's just kind of cool to do. Now, my whole idea, first one I really have very finished, is called... Sorry, my whole thing glitched out when I was trying to say that. My first idea that I had is either going to be called The Underground or Jericho and Babylon Detective Agency. Now, in this series, Jericho and Babylon are the 2 main characters. Their names are Jericho Briggs and Lucy Babylon, who run a detective agency in a place called The Underground. Now, what is The Underground? The Underground is a massive interdimensional city. It is a pocket dimension that connects to multiple worlds, multiple realities, multiple timelines, places that could and couldn't be. Everything and all their trash falls into the Underground. So what does the Underground do with it? Well, they sell it, of course. The Underground is a city combined with a mall to make this amazingly big, strange world where you can buy anything. You need a cure for cancer. They got it. You need to damn your soul to the bottom level of hell for one day with a demon. They got it. They have the worst sins you can imagine and the greatest miracles. Demons and gods walk together in this place. Angels fly in the sky and cars evolve as you watch. It is an amazingly strange place. Technology and magic blend here. But people go missing here all the time. Crimes happen down here all the time. So who do you call? The cops always have their hands full. That's where Jericho and Babylon come in. Their detective agency is who you go to. Jericho Briggs, the innocent demon. He's half demon, half human. But unlike other demons, in most shows, you always see the half-demon. I'm half-demon. I will kill you now. Or, I'm so emo. No, Jericho's always happy. He's always smiling. He's always just happy to be alive. Nicest guy you'll meet. Trickiest, though. He may save your life, but he'll steal from the guys that tried to took it. He is tricky as hell, but always nice. Always kind. Not a big on killing. That's where Lucy comes in. Lucy Babylon, his partner and best friend. She's a cyborg, half machine, half human. While Jericho always looks on the bright side, she always looks on the dark side, the real side, the negative side. Originally a great actress-singer, accident completely ripped it all away. Accident caused by someone very close to her. And now she works with Jericho to bring peace to the city, to bring order, or as close as you can to it in a place like this. She's more tactical. She's physically stronger because of her robotic enhancements. But at the same time, she's not as tricky as Jericho. Jericho's where that comes in. The two of them work perfect together. One thinks everything out. One's better at winging it. One's tricky. One's thought out. The two of them work great together. It's the whole thing is them coming up and trying to solve mysteries that people bring to them. Solve things, to try to catch murderers, to find missing people, figure out why that whole building just blew up, or imploded, or just disappeared, or moved over 2 blocks. Why is that? In a city where death literally walks the streets and demons sing in the opera house, that's what they see, and it's normal to them. That's one of them. That's actually kind of my pitching line. I really have a lot on the series. Like, for instance, the whole city is ran by a board of directors, since it's all one giant business. But these boards aren't just in it for their own money. They generally do care about the city, because without the city, they wouldn't have the money. So their best intentions, they know, have to be the best for the city, so they can always stay in power. And their spokesman, the man that has the most power and speaks for them. I have characters for this, bars they can go to, mysteries to solve, and it's something I really do want to throw out there. This is the first one, the biggest one, the one I have the most. The second biggest that I really have the most information on in my head is called The Keepers. Originally it was going to be called Demon Hunters, but I thought Keepers, like Keepers of Peace, sounded better. Tell me down below what it would sound better. Now, once there's a great group of Demon Hunters, powerful, hot-headed, they could take out any demon, but then they just kind of fizzled, disappeared. Well, why did they disappear? That's what one person's going to find out. She's a young keeper, a young demon hunter, more in line with tech than the magic the others use. She's brought under the wing of one of the greatest keepers, Hakuman, the chosen one. What he's the chosen one of, he doesn't know. He just knows he's the chosen one, and he's going to be sure he's the goddamn best chosen one. He is the leader of the group of these fizzled out hunters. And as his new apprentice, Abigail, is going to figure out what happened to them. Why did they fizzle out? Why do they all seem so distant from each other? Why do they also claim just because it's a monster doesn't mean it's bad? Aren't all monsters supposed to be bad? That's our job, to kill them. It's really going to go into the ethnics of well, just because the town complains about the monster, is the monster actually bad? Sometimes the humans can just be bad. Sometimes the monsters aren't his fault. And it really goes into that. The darkness and depth that you'll have to go to be these hunters. And that she has to be to pull along with them. The characters in this I really have as over-the-top, kind of just fun characters. It's a very action-oriented show compared to Jericho and Babylon, which is more of a mystery-based show. They both do have a lot of comedy. Don't worry, I like my dark comedy, and I will keep that in there. My other series I want to do is called Driftwood. This one was come up with my brother. This one is a romance comedy. With dark monsters everywhere. This one's about a man, just a normal everyday handyman, works in a little town called Driftwood, surrounded on all sides by a river. Well, he discovers fairly quickly that this town's not what it seems. Monsters and demons walk every street, and only he can see some of them because it turns out he has a delayed psychic in his head. The thing is, he doesn't know any of this when he makes his first contract. Accidentally summoning up a demon his family banished years ago. Has to sign a contract with her. Now she's engaged to him. And he has no freaking clue what to do. He sees demons. He sees monsters. Creatures are walking around the town like it's nothing. Well, is this normal? What's going on? Well, at the same time, he's working on the romance with the demon that he's made a contract with. Things keep trying to kill him. He doesn't know what the hell's going on, and that's really where a lot of the comedy is going to come from. And as he learns, he documents. He starts using his abilities to help people, not just as a handyman, but to pacify ghosts and spirits. One of the best parts, he had a Yiddish vampire living in his basement, and a ghoul priest who always just play chess and help talk like an old folks home. The characters are fun. You got the main character who's kind of new to this handyman, but unlike other characters who would use their powers, he has the abilities of a handyman and a psychic, so he kind of tries to combine those. You can tell if your house is really haunted or if it's just fridge acting up. And that's really coming from it. And the next series, one I don't have nearly as much, the fourth series, is Lock and Key. Lock and Key is very important to this world. Lock and Key keeps everything in order. All the weirdness from leaking out into the normal people. They fix the damage, they block out people's memories. All of that is because of Lock and Key. And Lock and Key, the series, follows along of a young man who accidentally becomes an international spy against all things magic. Because why not? And he has to go along with his hacking abilities and basically become the next James Bond while fighting demons. That one's not as far in. I got ideas in my head twisting around, but I can't throw them out yet. The last one's one of my oldest ideas that I've just started coming back to, and I thought it would make up good in this world. I have no name for it yet, but it's about a group of genetically engineered women who are mercenaries on the side, and basically, they just take any odd job they can. The main character is Ace, a hot-headed, somewhat inventive way of getting into jobs and tracking down her target and killing them. Each woman has a different ability, but each girl has a handler, someone that keeps them in line, make sure they don't accidentally blow up a whole square of houses or something. It's a loose idea in my head. I see it better than I can say it, and I'm sorry for that. These were some ideas I've been working on. I really do want to make this animated universe. Why, you ask? I don't do art to show you guys. I can't fucking draw. I'm horrible at drawing. I can draw an eyeball and a stick man. And that is all. So I'm really trying to come up with these, write scripts down, figure out how to write a script for animators when I don't animate myself. I can write scripts, but this is different. And then I'm going to try and find animators who want to partner up with me and work with me. And if any of you are, that'd be great. Big thing though, and I would very likely take whoever my animator works with me on this as my animator, make them a partner, and if they have their own ideas for the series, I'd gladly do them. Because it's hard to come up with stories by yourself. No one to talk to about them. They don't work right. You need that. But those are my ideas. Tell me down below if you'd like to see them. If you'd watch it, or if you have something you'd add to it, or think someone's name should change, got a name for a character, got an idea for a character to use in it. I would like that. I would love that so much. Just tell me down below. But until next time, this has been Warlock Fu, hoping to be spooking y'all later. Bye.